All right, you ready? Let's take a really big, deep breath together. Don't be shy. Let's do it together. Come on. Ready? Oh my God, doesn't that feel better? Okay, I tricked you. Probably doesn't feel better at all. Probably didn't notice anything. You probably just feel silly because you actually took a deep breath with me. So, why is that? Why didn't that work? Breath work is supposed to be great for us. Well, that's because that's how most people take a deep breath, and it's not deep at all. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple, easy process to do deep, deep breath work that will have a tremendous effect on your stress levels, fear, anxiety, depression, PTSD. Your daily ability to navigate life is going to improve significantly just from this simple little process. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through why that wasn't a deep breath, what a real deep breath is. I'm going to explain the process, and then I'm going to do a live demonstration so you can actually see. We all learn much better from visually watching something happen. So I'm going to do a live demonstration for you to show you how it exactly looks and how to do it so you know you're doing it perfectly and you can get the benefits that you deserve. So let's start with why that isn't a deep breath. Well, did you notice as we did that, our whole chest, our upper torso lifted, got restrained, and so really what we're doing is shortening our lungs. We're not even expanding them. And we're adding more tension, we're adding more fear, restriction into our upper torso, all right? Now there's good news and bad news about that. The first thing to recognize is the good news is now you know why you can't do breath work and why you can't calm yourself down. The bad news is what this shows is how much fear, anxiety, stress, PTSD you live in on a daily basis. You see, when we truly do breath work, our upper body doesn't move. Our stomach blows out like a balloon. Literally like a balloon. You'll see in the live demonstration, it's like, my God, he just gave birth to a baby. That's true breath work. Well, most people can't do that. Like, I work with clients on this all the time, and it takes them a while to stop doing this. They can't even feel in this. And the reason for that is, as I say, we're all in trauma. We don't think we are, but this exercise shows it. We can't get into our stomach. We can't get into our lungs. And it's because our idle switch. We've been through so much trauma. Like I've used this example before. We have these little pains, and it's like a little piece of paper, and it felt kind of uncomfortable, but we got used to it. And then another one, and then another one, and then another one. Well, the reason you can't do breath work is you have mountains and mountains of pain, stress, fear, anxiety, depression, PTSD, just lumped up. And so your idle switch is now up here and you don't notice it. So you walk through the day, go, oh no, I was relaxed. Well, you're like this, you're panting all day long. And so this process is going to bring your thermostat way, way down. You're going to learn what it feels like to really, really relax. That's how dramatic and easy this process is. It's going to have that big of effect. So that's the first thing to recognize is our upper torso should never move. Our goal is to breathe in air that makes our diaphragm, our lungs push down, expand our diaphragm, and our stomach blow out like a balloon. All right? Now the process to do it is we start by breathing in through our nose very slowly. All right? Now as we get to the top and we feel like it's like that's all the air I can let in and my stomach is full, then I want you to open your mouth and I want you to suck in more air. You'll see you'll be able to get in a little bit more air. Now once you're there, I want you to pause and hold it. All right? Hold it for maybe a count of 3 and then slowly release it out of your mouth. Not quickly, not but a slow rhythmic release. Now for most people, you're gonna notice, oh my gosh, this is how afraid I am, because as you release it, it's gonna be panting. It's gonna be like, you won't be able to just go, there'll be this. Now as you do it, that's one of the great things about this, you're gonna notice your progress. Because you're gonna hear that breath as it releases, the choppiness is gonna go away. Okay, now as you release it and you get to the bottom, you're gonna think you're all out of air. It's like, oh, I'm done, time to take another breath. You're not even close. That's when we use our stomach to constrict and push up the remaining air. And so you'll see in the live demonstration, when I do it, it'll look something like, See, I just used my stomach and diaphragm to push air out. And that's what you're going to discover in yourself. Now, once you get all that air out, again, pause for a count. This is more like a 1 to 2 count because we don't want to get ourselves desperate for breath so that we create a panting situation, but then start the process all over again. Deep breath through the nose. As we get to the top, we want to open our mouth up, suck in the last little bit, hold it for a count of 2 or 3, then slowly release it. When we think it's all gone, we take our stomach muscles and we use them to pull in and push up to release the last bit of air. And we do this 3 times. Now you're going to see there's a massive change. So let's get right to the live demonstration, then I'll come back and talk some more about it. Welcome back. Now, have you done the breath work? Have you noticed your speech pattern is slower? Have you noticed even mine? Listen to mine. Very, very calm, very quiet. That thermostat just drops. You're going to notice the exact same effect. And as I said before, for many of you, you're so used to breathing from here up and being in so much fear and reliving that, your thermostat is so high, it's going to take some time. And so what I suggest is focus on, not raising your torso, but see if you can feel the air to about here. In other words, don't try and do the biggest breath possible. Do a big enough breath to where you can feel the air, starting to expand in your lungs without your chest and shoulders coming up. Do that for a day or 2, then move a little bit lower, then move a little bit lower. In other words, gradually give yourself the feeling reality of not doing this, but letting your lungs expand down and into your stomach, okay? In other words, don't try and be perfect in the beginning. Use a step-by-step process so you can blow your stomach up like you saw. It was like I was pregnant, it just blew right up. And that's the effect that we want. All right, so that's the process to slowly move yourself into a position where you can breathe. As you can see, I've had a lot of practice at breath work. All right, now my suggestion is this: do it at least once a day. Once a day. When you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed, turn the TV off, turn the phone off. You saw, what's it take, a minute? I mean, it's very quick. We all have that time in our day. Now, if you really want to see effects, do it twice a day. And if you really, really want to see effects, this is how I got to be pretty proficient at breath work. I set the alarm on my phone to go off every hour. And I'd be out on the range back then when I was learning all this. I was playing golf and I'd be on the range and I'd set my alarm to go off every hour and I'd pause, go sit in a chair and I'd do it. I didn't care if people looked. Didn't matter. Now, at times I could feel that my thermostat was really high, and so I set the alarm for 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, I'd pause and do breath work. It's just like anything. We have to make a choice. to make this part of our daily routine. And if you do, you're going to notice a tremendous difference in your fear, your anxiety, depression, PTSD, everything you struggle with. This will have a dramatic effect. So I hope that helps you. If you like it, if you think it'll help you, please like it. Leave me your comments. Let me know your experiences with trying all of this out. And if you know somebody that's struggling with some of those conditions, please share it with them. And again, just enjoy the journey as you learn how to breathe.